Good Friday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to today's top news stories, let's take a quick look outside our weather window. And just as advertised, warmer temperatures out there today. A few high clouds have been rolling in steadily throughout the afternoon. That wasn't our forecast as we look down at the beautiful Wenatchee Valley. I think that's Lake Chelan there in the distance. And a beautiful day up that way with temperatures in the upper 60s to near 70 throughout most of north central Washington. But things will take a little bit of a dip as we get into our Saturday forecast. Expect mostly cloudy skies here in Wenatchee area. Just a slight chance for showers. That'll be scattered showers throughout the day, maybe even a thunderstorm in extreme eastern Washington. Temperatures will cool off a little bit Saturday, but boy, I'll tell you what, the forecast for Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, you're not going to want to miss it. It looks beautiful. We'll have all those details coming up a little bit later on. And now a few of the stories we're following for you tonight. Both Douglas and Okanagan counties have put forward new bans on hotel lodging and overnight rentals. While coronavirus still threatens to spread there, thefts from rural farms aren't unusual, but this is a new one to us. We'll tell you about it. And the Chelan Valley Housing Trust is now taking home buyer applications for Emerson Village, the trust's first townhome development. But first, we begin tonight. Sheriff's deputies say one person is unaccounted for after a Thursday night fire destroyed Copey's Garage, a former auto shop that stood for 120 years in downtown Waterville. Douglas County Undersheriff Tyler Cayley said one person known to be at the site of the fire when it broke out shortly after 7 p.m. remained missing today. The Copey's Garage building at 116 West Locust Street was owned by Ray and Judith Cope of Waterville. Built in 1900, it served as a Ford garage back in its day. Douglas County Fire Districts 1 and 5 were called out at 7:07 p.m. to find the building already engulfed in flames. Authorities said the ruins of the building remained unsafe and smoldering today, and Highway 2 traffic was detoured around the scene. The cause of that fire is not yet known. Well, both Douglas and Okanagan counties have put forward new bans on hotel lodging and overnight rentals while coronavirus still threatens to spread. The proclamations follow a similar one adopted last week in Chelan County. There are a few differences, though. Douglas County exempts private campgrounds from its restrictions and lifts the ban effective May 4th. Okanagan County's new rule applies to all campgrounds, and authorities say it will remain in place until further notice. Well, thefts from rural farms aren't unusual, but this is a new one to us. Someone stole 120 beehives from a farm property near the town of George. Owner Dave Smouse with Columbia Pollination placed a notice of the theft this week on Facebook, saying it took place sometime between April 2nd and April 5th along the Adams Frontage Road. The beehives are placed in orchards each spring to encourage apple and cherry growth. Each hive is stamped with Smouse's state operating number, and his company name is on the pallets. He's offering a reward if the stolen bees are recovered. Well, the Chelan Valley Housing Trust is now taking home buyer applications for Emerson Village. That's the trust's first townhome development. The townhomes are available to home buyers who earn up to slightly more than 100% of the valley's average median income, which is $52,000. The purchase price for each home is $200,000. Each of the 5 townhomes will be 1,179 square feet, 2 stories with 2 bedrooms and 1.5 baths. Emerson Village will be located at the corner of North Emerson Street and East Chelan Avenue. Rachel Goldie, the trust executive administrator, says construction will begin as soon as the permits are approved and the state shutdown order on residential construction is lifted. Well, coming up next, work will resume Monday on the $650,000 West Malaga intersection project with some traffic delays expected. Fish recovery projects near Wenatchee and Mazama earned $57,000 in grants this week from the State Department of Ecology. After being closed for a year for recovery work from the 2018 Cougar Creek fire, the Lower Mad River Trail is reopened. And with school shut down, the Grant County Sheriff's Office decided it was a good opportunity to reach out to youngsters. We'll tell you what they're doing. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
I'm Tom from Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. At Alpine Air, we think of ourselves as customer service-oriented retailers. When you make an appointment, please visit our store, meet our people, see our shop. We are serious about heating and air conditioning. Carrier and Alpine Air are offering huge factory rebates and financing options for all your needs. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. Call for your free replacement estimate. Heat and air, call Alpine Air, 662-6846.
Owner Andrew Vickery brings years of experience to help you transition your backyard into a place where memories are made, family time is looked forward to, and friends are always welcome. Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa offers many different styles and sizes of artesian spas, both new and used, as well as residential and commercial pool and spa services, regular maintenance and repairs, and all the chemicals required to keep your pool and spa crystal clear. Stop on by Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa today.
You want to help others. You need a solid career. You can have both with help from Charter College. Our 10-month medical assistant program prepares you to work in healthcare settings like physician offices, rehab centers, and clinics. You'll learn to take vitals, assist with exams, administer injections, and maintain records. When you're ready to launch a rewarding healthcare career, stop by our campus at 595 Grant Road across from Safeway or visit chartercollege.edu.
Welcome back. In other news, work will resume Monday on the $650,000 West Malaga intersection project, with some traffic delays expected until the project is completed sometime around Memorial Day weekend. The project was suspended April 1st over uncertainties about contractors and materials due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Chelan County is improving the turning radius for large commercial trucks from McEldowney Road into West Malaga Road. Workers are also installing a guardrail and widening the road for a future turn lane at Golf Course Road. The Chelan County Public Works Department says the speed limit in the area will be 25 miles per hour, and during the day the road will be limited to one lane with flaggers controlling traffic. Fish recovery projects near Wenatchee and Mazama earned $57,000 in grants this week from the State Department of Ecology. The Cascade Columbia Fisheries Enhancement Group is working with the Yakima tribe and local resource experts to restore fish and wildlife habitat on 40 acres in the Wenatchee River floodplain and a similar 6-acre project at Mazama Park on the upper Methow River. The state money will go toward their public education efforts about both projects. The work is aimed at improving the health of the area's Chinook salmon, steelhead, and bull trout populations. Well, after being closed for a year for recovery work from the 2018 Cougar Creek fire, the Lower Mad River Trail has now reopened. The U.S. Forest Service said Thursday that workers from the Northwest Youth Corps, Forest Service trail crews, and volunteers from the Northwest Motorcycle Association, they built a new bridge, cleared burned trees, widened trails, and even moved some large rocks. Most of the trail is open to hikers, mountain bikers, horses, and dirt bikes. However, like all trailheads in the Okanagan-Wenatchee National Forest, the Pine Flats trailhead remains closed, and visitors will need to park elsewhere and walk to that trailhead. The lightning-caused Cougar Creek fire burned more than 43,000 acres. Well, with schools shut down, the Grant County Sheriff's Office decided it was a good opportunity to reach out to youngsters. So law enforcement personnel this week began reading their favorite kids' books from their patrol cars and posting the videos for all to enjoy.
Good morning. I'm Deputy Adam Hunt, the Grant County Sheriff's Office Traffic Safety Team. Today I'm going to read a book. It's called Room on the Broom. It's written by Julia Donaldson and Alex Schiffler. This is a book I read to my kids, and I think you'll like it. The witch had a cat and a hat that was black.
Hey kids, it's Corporal Jason Ball with the Grant County Sheriff's Office. Today I'm going to read you a book. It's called Brown Bear, What Do You See? And it's by Billy Martin Jr. and Eric Carl. Brown Bear, what do you see?
Good afternoon, kiddos of Grant County, aka junior deputies, our favorite junior deputies. My name is Deputy Katrina Ball. I work for the Grant County Sheriff's Office, and I've been a deputy for a little over 5 years. I'm going to take a couple minutes out of my afternoon, and I'm going to read you guys a book. The book that I chose to read to you kiddos is called I Like Myself, and it was written by Karen Beaumont. I chose this book because it's about being happy, and it's about being confident and happy in your own skin.
Yes, cried the witch, and they all clambered on. The witch tapped the broomstick, and whoosh, they were gone. Stay safe. Be kind to each other. God bless.
A blue horse, a purple cat, a white dog, and a teacher looking at us. That's what we see. Remember, kids, listen to your teacher, do your homework, and make sure you're reading 20 minutes a day. Bye now.
I still would be the same, you see. I like myself because I am me. That is just a little happy book to get you guys going through your very beautiful Tuesday. I hope that you kiddos are staying safe at home, and I hope that you're getting all your schoolwork done. I know that your teachers miss you so much. When you see your Grant County deputies patrolling your neighborhood, please wave to us because we miss seeing you guys and we miss being able to give you guys stickers. Be safe and tune in next time. Bye.
How cool is that? You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's feature story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Stay with us.
It's estimated that 1/3 of Americans do not have a financial plan. At D.A. Davidson, their advisors are working to change that because they understand the importance of planning for the future. At D.A. Davidson, they believe in partnering together to build a strategy tailored to your needs. They spend the time and have the knowledge to help keep your financial future on track. Let D.A. Davidson Financial Advisors of Wenatchee put the strength of advice to work for you.
AC Checker has new owners who put customer service first. When you have to get there on time, call fast, friendly, reliable AC Checker, 663-TAXI. AC Checker has the industry's only on-time or it's free guarantee. Conditions apply. Call AC Checker, 663-TAXI to schedule your cab or schedule online at acchecker.com. Call American Classic Taxi, 663-TAXI. That's 663-8294.
Aging and Adult Care offers many in-home care options and services for seniors and family caregivers. But did you know they also offer free in-home delivered meals? Aging and Adult Care has expanded its program for home-delivered meals to help elderly and vulnerable adults at this challenging time. If you are in need of prepared meals or know someone who could benefit, call Aging and Adult Care for more information about free home-delivered meals. Call 509-886-0700.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. Organizers at Wenatchee Valley College had big plans for this year's 50th anniversary of Earth Day. Now coronavirus has forced those big plans for next Wednesday, April 22nd, to go virtual. Wenatchee Valley College instructors Joan Causey and Derek Sheffield gave a Zoom sneak preview with NCWLIFE reporter Jefferson Robbins.
So we had been spending most of the last 9 months organizing a big event on campus, similar to what we've done in the past, but on steroids. Our Earth Day events in the past, and this one in particular, were going to be very community focused. They were going to be very a great way for students to get together and learn more about their connection to the environment.
The student leadership this year at Wenatchee Valley College has been so incredibly supportive and interested and engaged with all the various sustainability efforts at the college. In fact, they came to us with a plan to start a plastic water bottle ban on campus. And we've been starting that work this year at the college, and we're happy to to work with the students on that. And they voted in a stipend to devote to this year's Earth Day celebration. So that, I think, is the most important thing I need to say, is that the young people are really ready to take the leadership roles in this effort. I bring in the literary aspect, and in that respect, I'm able to combine the Earth Day celebration with my work as the coordinator of our Visiting Writers program. And this year, I'm excited to say that we have a fantastic poet and naturalist and environmental activist in Liz Bradfield, who will be joining us to read.
Well, this will be a Zoom event because, of course, we can't have it on campus. Campus is closed. All classes are being done online. So students are getting more and more familiar with the online learning platforms that we have. And one of those is Zoom. And then you can join us at 11 a.m. on Wednesday, the 22nd, to celebrate the 50th anniversary of Earth Day. So community members are invited. Anyone who's interested, I hope will be able to get on. We have 300 potential participant spots in a Zoom call. So I really hope we can fill all of those. And thankfully, we do have digital media that allows us to still be able to talk about these important things.
Time now for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast as we head into the upcoming weekend. Before we get to those details, though, peek outside our weather window this afternoon, up around the Chelan Valley, looking over at Lake Chelan, and just a little bit of snow on the mountaintops now around North Central Washington. Nice warm weather out there with clouds on the increase. We did see that throughout the day. Those clouds associated with a decent cold front that will slide through. It's not going to cool us off much, but may bring us some showers as we get into Saturday. We'll get to that in a second. But high temperatures today, it was a beautiful one. Unofficially 69 degrees at Pangbourne Airport. 63 is where we should be. 36, that was where we started our day this morning. That's just 5 degrees below our normal low of 41. How about that record high? 85 degrees set back in 1994. 31 our record low, and that was in 1964. We're still sitting at 1.62 inches of moisture for the year. That goes back to January 1st. And that is an inch below where we should be for moisture for this time of year. So hopefully some moisture is in our forecast, and we'll talk about that in a second. Sunrise 6:07 this morning. Sunset the night will be at 7:54. As we get into the weekend in our Saturday forecast, it will be cloudier, as I mentioned, as that weak weather system moves through. That'll keep our temperatures just a little bit cooler tomorrow, too. 69 in Moses Lake, 68 for Ephrata, 67 Quincy, Wenatchee, about 66, so a few degrees cooler tomorrow. 65 in Entiat and 66 for you folks in Omak, your high temperature for Saturday, about a 30% chance for showers. As we take a look at our surface loop now, mostly cloudy skies tonight. Here's that front as it begins to slowly sag down from British Columbia into Washington State. Most of the shower activity tonight will be along the Canadian border. But as we get into Saturday, you can see some widely scattered showers, and that'll bring us a 30% chance of the wet stuff tomorrow. Slightly cooler too, as I just showed you, with temperatures mainly in the mid to upper 60s. As we get into the end of the weekend then, just absolutely fabulous for Sunday. Mostly sunny skies. It will be dry, just a little bit of a patch of wet stuff to our southeast. Temperature-wise, we are going to warm up nicely, folks. Almost 70 degrees, maybe even a little bit above for Sunday. Monday, unseasonably warm. We're going to jump up maybe into the mid-70s as we get into Monday. Maybe even upper 70s to near 80 for parts of the Tri-Cities on Monday. For Tuesday, mostly sunny. Slightly cooler, though, on Tuesday. Still mild. We're going to see a more zonal flow, which means west to east, and that will bring us a few more showers as we get into the middle of the week next week. About a 40% chance of rain and maybe some windy conditions as we get into Wednesday, too. 10 to 20 miles an hour, maybe gusty. And there's a look at that shower activity as it begins to move in to the Washington area, western Washington, and then our area in north central Washington by By Thursday, partly cloudy skies, back to our mild weather with high temperatures then in the upper 60s. Let's take a look now at your Patriot Plumbing, Heating and Cooling 7-day forecast. And tonight it'll be a mild one overnight tonight with low temperatures around 50 degrees with that cloudiness. So enjoy that, very mild. 66 tomorrow, a 30% chance for rain, 72 on Sunday. And look at Monday, 75 degrees with lots of sunshine, 71 for Tuesday. And then our best chance for rain that we've seen in a long time for Wednesday, mostly cloudy, a 40% chance of rain, but still mild with high temperatures in the upper 60s. That's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Coming home should never be a chore. Let Merry Maids of Wenatchee customize all your cleaning needs. Weekly, bi-weekly, special occasion. Do you have a vacation home that needs cleaning? We clean them too. Locally owned and operated, let Merry Maids do the cleaning while you focus on your family and friends. Merry Maids has special offers to fit your budget. Request your free cleaning estimate today. 509-663-1710.
Introducing the most capable Sierra lineup ever.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel.
And a happy finally Friday to you, staying home and staying healthy. I'm Eric Granstrom on the NCWLIFE channel. Well, with the shutdown of schools because of the pandemic, could that be a good thing? Well, possibly. Districts have saved money on transportation. They've also been able to knock off a few items on the maintenance list. Wenatchee Athletic Director Jim Beeson says they've used that time to do a deep clean of many of their facilities.
And that's some of the good out of the bad we've taken everything out of our weight room and we're deep cleaning it, getting good and thorough cleaning in it. We've got the bleachers pulled out and we're giving them a good scrubbing and cleaning, disinfecting and getting things done. And a lot of that stuff, because we're so busy during the summertime, doesn't get done and we're busy doing other things. And so we'll be down at the Apple Bowl next week and just making sure all the leaves are cleaned up and everything's taken care of the way it should be, just like if we were going to play the next day, and get everything nice and clean, and the locker rooms and the team rooms and everything real disinfected and clean. So a lot of that kind of stuff, basic maintenance. We're taking our sports med room and the classroom next to it, and they took down the wall and doubling the size of our sports med room, and they're working on that right now. So, but it really is a ghost town when you walk down the hallways and you're the only one here. And I've been in the locker rooms cleaning out the PE lockers and doing things like that I don't normally do until the end of the school year. So it's very different and unique, but it's that way for everybody.
Eastmont Athletic Director Russ Waterman says he too has been able to ask around and see what they could get to that they've been meaning to do, just haven't had the time.
I had a conversation with Terry Gear, who is our head groundsman, and Sean Tanner, who's our maintenance director, about, what can we do at this point? Granted, not taking our maintenance staff and our custodial staff away from their essential duties to make sure our schools are upkept and clean and sanitized, but there is going to be some work done on Dan White Field, on the infield. There is going to be work done on the stadium, Wildcat Stadium, on just the grass and rehab that. It probably is a good thing that all of our turf facilities are going to get a break for a growing season. Maybe we can get a little bit of action on leveling out some areas. So those are all things that are in plan. But again, we got to work with what, there's some building needs. I mean, when you look at the pecking order of the district's needs from a structural infrastructure standpoint, I'm sure the buildings are at the same as any of our athletic fields. There's probably some times here with kids not in the building, we can get a lot of stuff of that done. So we're working with maintenance to try and knock off a few of those things on our list, and hopefully with the restart in August, or even our off season,
we'll have everything ready to go.
Many of our area high schools will be taking part in the Be the Light campaign again tonight. They'll be turning on the stadium lights, I should say, at 8:20. That's 2020 military time. They'll do it for 20 minutes in recognition of the class of 2020. So you can drive by and take part in your car. Don't get out. But lots of our schools in the area will be doing that. You can watch my entire interviews with Jim Beeson and with Russ Waterman on our website, NCWLIFE.com. Well, a huge annual event in the Wenatchee Valley will not happen at the Wenatchee Pool this summer. The Apple Capital Swim Meet, originally scheduled for May 28th through the 31st, has been canceled. According to an email from Mark Hartley, who's the Velocity Swim head coach, he says, quote, both our Apple Capital and Starlight meets are held at a venue owned by and operated by the city of Wenatchee. City announced this week that the facility will not open before June 15th. USA Swimming also announced this week that existing sanctions will be revoked through May 31st. He says our Starlight meet, currently scheduled for June 26th through the 28th, is also in serious question. Velocity Swimming will contact teams by May 15th if they feel the June date for the Starlight is viable, end quote. The Apple Capital Swim Meet draws over 900 participants. That's a huge economic impact. According to the Wenatchee Valley Sports Council, they say about $300,000 of an impact not happening this year in the month of May at the Wenatchee City Pool. Well, NCW Life presents Great Games of Our Past continues tonight at 7 o'clock. It's the Bridge of Sportsmanship from 2016. It was a flag-filled night for the home team as Eastmont hosted Wenatchee in the 48th meeting between the two schools. Grant and I had the call here on the NCW Life channel. Marcus Garcia comes into the ballgame, splits out wide to the right along with two other receivers here for Blakeney, who looks left. Now will get the pass from center on a 3rd and long. Now Scampers has trouble, runs out of the pocket, looking downfield, has room to run it. No, he's going to throw it instead. The ball is caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Wenatchee. It's Patty Allen on the catch, and the Panthers retake the lead. Wenatchee's defense got to be breathing hard right now. Schwenkendorf gets the snap, 3-man rush, steps up in the pocket, has pressure, gets away from one man, has another man coming at him, and it is going to be flipped back to Knighton. Knighton now rolling to his right, looking downfield, looking to try to do something, trying to give the ball away, and he does, and it will be covered there at the 25-yard line, and the Wenatchee fans go nuts, as do the football players on the sidelines across, and it looks like the Bridge of Sportsmanship trophy will be going back to Wenatchee. That's coming up tonight at 7 o'clock. Also, we'll bring you another great game of our past tomorrow at 2. It's the Big Nine Girls Soccer District Championship from 2017 between Wenatchee and West Valley. Sebastian Moraga and Matt Wiesen have the play-by-play. Then Saturday night at 7, it's Western Washington Football Alliance playoff action from July of 2016 as the Wenatchee Valley Rams take on the Tri-Cities Rage. Steve Oak on the call there. Then Sunday, it's Wenatchee and Sunnyside Baseball from a year ago at 2 o'clock, followed by the Wenatchee Wild and Trail Smoke Eaters at 7. That's coming up this weekend. Have a safe and sane weekend. I'm Eric Granstrom. Grant, back to you.
Thank you very much, Eric. And now let's check in with Dan Kuntz for a look at what's coming up Monday morning on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Dan?
Thank you very much, Grant. I hope everybody has a good weekend. I hope everybody has a safe weekend. And we invite you to start next week on Monday right here for Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. We'll have your latest weather forecast. We'll have sports. We'll have news. We'll have everything you need to start next week the right way, which is the local way and the live local way on this television station anyways. Wake Up Wenatchee Valley with yours truly, Dan Kuntz. I'll see you Monday. Have a great weekend. Grant, back to you.
Have a good weekend, Dan, and that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-NCWL. That's 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for joining us, and have a great weekend.
This is Caitlin Hedersheet, the producer of the NCWLIFE magazine. Each week, I'm bringing you a look behind the scenes of the faces, places, and events that make North Central Washington the place we call home. Tune in every weekday for an in-depth look at a new topic each week. From local artists in their studios to businesses breaking barriers that might surprise you and everything in between. Join me on the NCWLIFE magazine right here on the NCWLIFE channel.
Hey there, Wenatchee. I'm Sean Lee, and I'm inviting you to check out the NCW Movie Guide to keep up on what movies are playing in our town.